Usman is. Usman's not. Oh, Usman's overrated. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. You think Crawford is point for point number one? Either him or Usyk. I'd probably go Crawford. I'd have Crawford number one. You think Woodley is ahead of Usman all time now? And there he is, IBBY. Yo, like, look at you jumping on trends, though. Like, you didn't even know who Terence Crawford was until he beat Canelo, and now he's your profile picture. Usyk's the greatest heavyweight of all time, and I won't be gaslit into believing it's Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali's overrated. Yo, don't call me David Grant. Don't call me Davy Grant. Point for point, Usman, no. Yo, James, stop calling me that, especially whenever you've got a haircut like that. Don't call me Davy Grant, yeah? I don't appreciate it, boy. No, Hamza, I'll never go down to 170 again. Will Max get a title shot? No, I think he needs one more win. Muhammad Ali isn't the GOAT. Usman's title reign's overrated. No, Shavkat is not the second best welterweight. Who's the second best then in the division right now? Bilal Muhammad. Bilal would have beat Shavkat with ease, wouldn't have even been close. Yeah, Usman's title reign is overrated, you know, ball. You're a genius, actually. Sean Brady at 5. It's a bit early on for that, no? Yo, I'm not Marab. I'm not Marab. Prime Izzy. Yeah, there's no argument. Bilal Muhammad beats Usman. Bilal Muhammad beats any version of Kamaru Usman as well. Bo Nickel. Yo, I'm not even ginger, so how can I look like Bo Nickel? Topuria beats Islam, yeah, I agree. The best middleweight in their prime. Maybe Silva. Who wins, Topuria or Crawford? Crawford absolutely embarrasses him. It's not even close at all. Yo, Leon Edwards is slapped on. I'm just being honest. Leon Edwards is slapped on. Yo, you keep calling me Davy Grant. I've seen it a million times. Yo, I don't look anything like Bo Nickel. I'm not ginger. Yeah, Topuria Crawford, I don't even see it being competitive at all. At all. I actually give Topuria a 0% chance of winning that fight. The beard. Yo, Bo Nickel is ginger. How many more times am I going to have to say that? The most on his day fighter I've ever seen. I think Ilya can retire as an undefeated champ and then move to boxing. I don't see the point in moving to boxing. He's going to get beat up. He won't be able to compete with the elite guys. So unless he's moving over to fight low-level journeyman, then Topuria could beat Crawford. No, he couldn't. You look like Tyron Woodley, mate. Fair enough. Fair enough. Seen that one a couple of times. Who wins, Hughes or Bilal? Bilal. Prime Usman beats GSP. Yeah, I'd say so. Bilal. I think Crawford smokes Ilya in MMA too. No, that's crazy. That's a really bad take. Woodley is overrated. No, he's not. Who actually rates Tyron Woodley? Who's saying Woodley's like the best? I think Leon beats Pratesh. Yeah, pretty easy. I think he beats him pretty easy, to be honest. People forget, man. The blueprint set out on how to beat Pratesh, and Leon Edwards can arguably fight that type of fight better than anybody. Yo, what's up, Pretzel? No, Shavkat isn't the best welterweight of all time. What's happening? Yo, I'm not Ilya Topuria's brother either. Usman's not. Even if he didn't have the punch power, though, he still got really good boxing. And he is a good grappler as well. Do you think Chris Benoit deserves to be in the Hall of Fame? Probably not. Yeah, I'm not Brock Lesnar. Don't look anything like him. Yo, Chris Duncan's low key on a title run right now. If Usman had a beat Edwards in that rematch, he was the GOAT. Just gonna be honest. I would have seen him as the GOAT probably. I was even said he was maybe the GOAT after beating Colby the second time, was it? Was that the fight before Leon? Yo, I don't look like anything like Callum Walsh, my boy. No. Woodley got smoked by Kamaru Usman. If Murad and Bo Nickel had a child, yo, that's disgusting. Wasn't in his prime. Yo, that's the type of shit everyone does though. Like Usman lost to Leon back to back. And then it's Usman isn't in his prime and he lost to Leon. Yes, he was. Woodley was in his prime. He got beat by us. What song should I walk out to from the next fight? God Give Me Style, 50 Cent. Do you collect the UFC cards? I have a couple. Shavkat for sure, 19-0. No. Like, how is Shavkat the greatest welterweight of all time? Have you ever been to a UFC event? Yes. Topuria above GSP? No. My first walkout song was Barbie Girl, Yo, that's based. I mean, people forget, man. Elliot came into the sport as a grappler. Like, his background is in wrestling. No. Yo, stop asking me to buy you a PS5. You've asked me a million times. No. No GSP win comes close to Elliot's third best win. I suppose that's a fair point. People forget, man, you were a marauder. Elliot can, though. I just think Elliot beats Islam. Even at welterweight, I think he probably would beat him. Yeah, that's a fair point. Also, I don't think though people say Woodley's overrated or overrated now because of the lost to Jake Paul. I don't know who that is. No, he doesn't. How would Ilya stop hold Islam's takedowns? What do you mean? How would he stuff his takedowns? He's got pretty good takedown defense. Ilya or Habib? Topuria. What do you think about Habib? I think he's pretty. Don't know. Sometimes I think he's really rated. Just depends. Usman's not the best of all time. Who do I think is the best prospect right now in the UFC? I'm trying to think of a good one. I really like Vinicius Oliveira bantamweight. Where'd you get them? Are they the new ones that were bought out? I'd seen them. I actually had seen them in the UFC like pop-up shop when I was there for the London event. Probably because Ilya Topuria would knock him out on the feet. Thanks for the follow. I mean, I wouldn't. I'd probably. I think Habib would be able to out-grapple Usman. What's your thoughts on Reece McKee? Nothing but positivity. Title run starts now. Early stoppage. Herb Dean had thing by stoppage on his parlay. Only thing that makes sense. Will beat JDM. I agree. I agree with that statement. I don't think anybody at 185 beats Hamza. Yeah, but Habib is got a better gas tank than what Hamzat had or has. Sorry, I didn't really mind him to be honest. I wanted him to win in his last fight, but if Habib didn't retire and fought Vogue, who you got? That would have been an interesting matchup, to be honest. Habib is a different level of grappler, but he's not active enough to become champion, in my opinion. I either think Islam completely out grapples Ilya Topuria or Topuria knocks him out. That is how that fight goes. Imavov has a chance against Hamzat. If he can defend all the takedowns and keep it on the feet as the fight goes on, then yeah, but I don't see that happening. GSP best welterweight of all time. I think a lot of people think that. I think Topuria KOs Islam as well. Nah, Hamzat would beat RDR on the feet. You wouldn't even need to grapple with him. Yeah, Topuria is trying to copy Conor too much. Yo, who would you pick? Bilal Muhammad or GSP? It has to be Bully B. Hamza does have underrated boxing and punch power as well. Hamzat's striking doesn't stink. Hamzat's got really good hands. I think Hamza would stop him on the feet. He wouldn't even need to use his grappling. That's just my opinion, though. RDR wouldn't be able just to clinch up with Hamza and hold him there. It just wouldn't work. Who's Ian Gary's next opponent? Hopefully Sean Brady. I think that's a fight that makes sense. CM Punk, the GOAT. I don't know. I think Ian Gary has a good chance against Sean Brady. Uh, Shimaev. Who should Buckley fight next? Shavkat. Do Buckley versus Shavkat next. But Hamzat will out wrestle RDR easy, and on the feet he beats him up. So I don't think RDR has a chance at all. John Silver, Silva smashes Josh Emmett to pieces. Well, Matt Serra did beat GSP, like, so people forget, man. Would you rather train MMA or UFC? Probably PFL. Silva versus Sterling. I would probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't think. I think if Aljo has a good chance against Silva if he shoots right away. Like if he starts grappling with him right away, I think he has a chance. But Aljo does slow down as the fight goes on, and on the feet, Gene Silva mauls him. So I don't know how confident I'd be in the Aljo pick. I do think Aljo can out grapple him. Just overall, how would I rate the UFC this whole year? 6 out of 10. UFC 314 has been the best card. I think Leon is underrated. He never had KO power, but he is such a great technical striker. Yeah, he is. He just needs to throw more. Like, see when you see him hitting pads, he looks so aggressive, and then in fights, he looks so timid. Aljo's terrible on the feet. He's got good volume, but like defensively, he's there to be hit. Yeah, what about it? I know Shara Bullet would beat Costa, in my opinion. I think Shara Bullet on the feet's going to be hard to beat. Like MVP, obviously outstruck him, but MVP has got like one of the most unorthodox striking styles in the UFC. I do think Shara Bullet's overrated as hell, but Costa doesn't have that grappling threat, and on the feet he's going to beat him. Obviously GSP. Well, a lot of people are saying Usman. Top three fights in the UFC: Robbie Lawler, Rory McDonald, two; McGregor Diaz, two; and Adesanya Gastelum. I really like that fight. What's my views on McGregor? Don't really haven't really thought of. I just don't really care, to be honest. Who was the worst champ? Jamal Hill. No, actually, no, that's another fight I really like. Eddie Alvarez versus Gaethje. Yeah, Carlos Condit was awesome. Yeah, that Diego Sanchez Melendez fight, that's awesome. Yeah, Bilal Muhammad would have outboxed Canelo on Saturday night, I agree. Yeah, that was awesome. Dan Hooker, Paul Felder was also a good fight. No, I think Ulberg beats him, unfortunately. Ulberg is a better point fighter than what Reyes is. Like that pity patter shit, Ulberg is way better at that than Dominic Reyes, in my opinion. Now Reyes could chin him, but Dan versus Holloway needs to happen. Yeah, that would be a fun fight. I think Max beats him. Matt Hamill beat John Jones. JDM or Islam? Islam. No, Dustin wouldn't have became champion. Max beats Islam. Disagree. Can Derek Lewis? Derek Lewis can beat champ? I don't think so. Usman is not the best welterweight of all time. In no way, by no way. Yo, is Leon Edwards' head kick KO of Usman like the best comeback win ever? I think there's an argument to be had there for that. GSP or Usman in a fight? Probably Usman. A lot of people are saying Usman's the best. I don't want to say it wasn't fluke though, because like you'd seen they've been drilling in his corner were calling for it, so it's not like a complete fluke. Unpopular opinion, but for me, Prime Edwards beats Shemaev at welterweight. No, I don't think so. Do you know Ben Askren 9 times out of 10 would have beat Masvidal as well? That there was like a big fluke win. I don't know. I don't think Hamzat's going to stay around for long. Like Hamzat's not active either. That's the issue. JDM doesn't have brick wall takedown defense. No. Maybe not slam your partner like, but yeah, go for the double leg. I think Gan has a chance. People are sleeping on him. Do I think he beats Aspinall? No, but to say he has no chances doesn't make sense. JDM can definitely beat Islam. Hamzat needs to move up division. Hamzat needs to defend his belt a couple of times. Why do you think Islam beats JDM? I just think his grappling is going to be too much, and I think JDM's JDM can be taken down. easy enough, but he has good scrambles and get ups. But when he starts to scramble, he's going to leave himself open for something, and that's when I think Islam snatches up a submission. How do I think Usman does? I think he does all right. Well, like I think Bilal Muhammad beats any version of Kamaru Usman. I think JDN gives Usman a lot of problems. Um, I think Ian Gary gives him problems as well. If Usman was coming up right now, I don't think he would get the belt, in my opinion. Yeah, I honestly thought they were going to do Usman Bilal co-main event MSG. Tell me how Bilal wouldn't beat Usman. In what area would Usman beat Bilal? He's not going to out grapple him. He maybe hits harder than Bilal, but he's not a better striker overall, and he doesn't have the volume. Usman has a good 1-2. Outside of that 1-2, his striking is ass. Complete and utter ass. Kobe Covington, no. Usman is going to impose as well. Usman's going to get lit up. Bilal's a better striker than Usman. Ilya versus Islam, though, main event in the White House card doesn't make sense. Usman beats Bilal, you're wrong. No, he doesn't. Unless Usman knocks out Bilal Muhammad, which Usman does have good punch power and Bilal has been chinned before, that's the only way he's beaten Bilal Muhammad. Nah, I don't think Imavov can beat him. But Usman's not gonna land anything on him. So if Bilal Muhammad, yeah, you can say he throws pity patter shots. That's fair enough, but it's going to overwhelm Usman. He's going to beat Usman on the feet. Usman doesn't beat him everywhere. Leon Edwards beats Prates. I'm not saying that because if I was saying that, I would say Bilal will be out grappling Usman. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's going to outstrike Usman. Bilal Muhammad is a better striker than Kamaru Usman. Facts. Absolute facts. Outside of a 1-2, Usman has nothing else in the striking department. You can say Bilal Muhammad's striking is average, but average is better than Usman's. Usman has a good 1-2. That's it. Worst. I know, but Bilal Muhammad's a wrestler and he's got better striking than him. So, did you not see Usman versus Buckley? Yeah, but Usman isn't going to be able to take down Bilal, so that doesn't make any sense. Usman doesn't have good boxing. He's a good 1-2. He can throw two good punches. That's it. So you rank Bilal higher than Usman? No, I never said that. I said Bilal would beat Usman. Worst fighter you've ever watched in the UFC? Worst fight? Probably CM Punk. But how would Usman beat Bilal? If DDP had beat Hamzat, he was the greatest middleweight of all time. Thank you for the follow. Because Usman wouldn't take down Bilal. That's why I'm saying that. Bilal wouldn't beat Ian Gary, never mind Usman. Ian Gary would beat Usman as well. So that CM Punk thought going into the UFC it was fake.